he was the second character in the polls. With my polls, I release 4 characters at a time, and I let people on my Instagram vote for them. And it goes by process of elimination. The 3 characters that get the most votes from the original poll move on to the next poll. And from that poll, the 2 characters that get the most votes move on. Now, this poll was different. I had 4 characters on the original poll, then it went to 3, but then it tied for the 3, so I did a re-poll of that, and then I managed to get the 2 characters, but then they tied. So I posted a poll with just those 2 characters, just to see what would happen. They both ended up tying again. Don't know how the hell that happened, but here we are. So I will be redesigning Megumi. Now, with Megumi, I love the hair. I'm not going to change it. It's iconic. It's literally part of him. It's basically just one of the most recognizable features of him, mainly because his clothes, his uniform are kind of indistinguishable from mainly everyone else's uniform in Jujutsukaisen. So the hair is a defining factor, and his defined dogs. So I thought, why not include parts of the dogs in the outfit? Let's include some color, let's include some fur, let's include the little symbol on their heads. I thought that would be really interesting. So for the fur, I decided to give Megumi a long coat, but give him a fur collar. Now I was thinking of giving him an entirely fur coat, but it just didn't really match well with the whole current design he had. I want to keep some elements so he would be still recognized as, oh yeah, that's a jujutsu sorcerer. But I also wanted to put some unique elements in there. Because, let's face it, the only jujutsu sorcerer that has unique elements to his uniform is Itadori and the red hood. Others kind of have like some interesting cuts here and there, but that's it. There's not really much of a color difference. There's just Itadori and his red hood. So I thought, you know what? We're giving Megumi something fun because he's a cool character. I like him, and I just want Jujutsukaisen to have more difference in their outfits. So here comes Megumi. So originally with the long cloak, I wanted to put it to the floor, but then I was thinking there's going to be mobility issues with that. He's going to trip on it. He's constantly rolling and dodging and getting thrown around by curses in the show. So that would be to his detriment if I gave him a long floor-length coat. So I cropped it to about knee height. Next, I thought I should give him some gloves. Now, I didn't want to give him full-length gloves. I want to give him fingerless gloves because Megumi kind of has that vibe of, I don't give a shit about literally anything. So I kind of wanted to keep with that almost bad boy aesthetic, and I put that in quotes because it's not really like the traditional one who's like smoking and riding motorcycles, but more of he has just the I don't give a fuck about anything unless I choose to give a fuck about anything mentality. So I thought the glove cut would fit with that more. So I decided with gloves that I would do 2 different colors. One white, one black, one for each of the divine dogs. And I also put the symbol on there in red because of the white dog. And that glove is supposed to be white. Then I colored in the fur white. Now I wanted to do like a half white, half black fur situation, but we blended it in with the jacket a little too well. So I thought, you know what? Let's leave it. Then after I colored in the uniform, I kind of realized that the jacket blended in with the uniform a little too much. So I thought instead of doing the half white, half black fur, I could just do the white fur and make the jacket black, and I would still be able to keep with the theme of the divine dogs. So perfect compromise. Now with the buttons, I kept them the way they are because you kind of need them. It's mentioned in the show that there's a way to identify if someone's from the Jujutsu sorcerer schools, and that's by the buttons. It has the specific symbol on it, so I kept those. And I also gave Megumi a pocket because he kind of needs a place to store things, and running around holding Momosuke in his fingers isn't really that practical, so giving him a pocket to store smaller things like that would help a lot. Now with the shoes, his original shoes are boring. They don't really go with the outfit. The brown clashes with the blue, so it's like, ew. Also, the color of the brown is just kind of unflattering, so I thought that I should change it. Now I decided to change the shoes to match his white defined dog. So the color of the sole is black for the black defined dog, the top of the shoe is white for the white defined dog, and then the little stretchy part where you can just pull open the tab, slip your foot in, and then let go of the tab, and then the shoe fits back in place. I did that as red because the red on the white defined dog. So I felt that would fit better. Now with the cut of the jacket, I wasn't really sure what I was doing at first, but I wanted to give him a more defined shoulder sleeve because I felt that would be more interesting, it would look better, and I've just also seen it in JoJo a lot, and it just worked really well on there. So I thought, okay, I'll try it here. If it doesn't work, I'll just erase it, and it ended up looking good. So I kept it. And now I'm just working on the shadows in the image, but other than that, I'm really happy with this design. It's honestly the best I could do for Megumi, I think. And I just feel like I really incorporated the elements I wanted to here really well. Now I wanted to move on to background. And when I do these designs, what I usually do is that I tend to pick one color for the background, and it's usually a color associated with that character. Now with Aizawa, I picked yellow because his goggles were yellow. With Uraraka, I picked pink because it worked better for her, and most of her highlights on her outfit are pink. With Momo, I picked red because most of her outfit is red. Now with Megumi, I chose different shades of blue, and I thought that this kind of paint-looking stroke would look interesting. Now I usually use a paint stroke that looks kind of dry on these, but I thought, let's go with something a little bit more blotchy, it might look cool. And then I also use this text background with their names, or, well, Megumi, I used his name, but for the My Hero Academia characters I did before, I used their hero names. I also included Megumi's grade as a sorcerer because I thought it would be interesting. Sorry to interrupt, but I have an Etsy store. If you'd like to support the channel, you can get yourself some jewelry there. Here's the new Halloween earrings that were just dropped. The store is called Sugar Bread Studio, and it would be amazing if you could at least take a look. Here's an art piece that I made recently. It would really mean a lot if you went over to my Instagram to leave a like on it and just leave a comment. I work really hard on both my videos and my art, so it just really means a lot. And it also just helps me reach more people and get my art seen. So I would really appreciate if you did that.